Şerik şerik yenten Şeyin rikbi yenten
Dajin lok tu tulu Meta maybe norbu Shirik yenten ino Dajin lok tu tulu Meta maybe norbu Shirik yenten ino
Kuzuzampola to all the listeners and welcome to another episode of the radio lessons. I am Sede from Thimphu and this educational program is to reach to all the children across the nation. Today's lesson is from Volume 4 of the Self-Instructional Materials. I have for you an English lesson for Class 3 and this is lesson number 2. The learning area is reading and writing. And the topic is phonemic awareness. By the end of the lesson, we will be able to use the vowel sounds to read and spell. And also importantly, we will learn that alphabet and phonic sounds are more important than letter names for reading, spelling, and writing. You have learned about some phonic sounds in your earlier classes. So do you remember them? I'm sure you do. Words such as O-A, O, O-W, ow, S-H, sh, C-H, ch, T-H, th, E-E, E. So those are the phonic sounds. In today's lesson, you will learn about the short and long vowels. These phonic sounds will help you read and spell better. So, do you know what are the vowels? Okay, so I'm going to sing you a song and you're going to tell me what are those vowels. Ready? There was a teacher who taught the vowels A-E-I-O-U, 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 and those are the vowels. So, were you able to get the vowels from my song? I'm sure you did. So can you say it with me? What are the vowel letters? A, E, I, O, U. So there are 5 of them. A, E, I, O, U. And those are the vowel letters. Now we have the vowel sounds. And vowel sounds can be long or they can be short. So what are the short vowel sounds? So they are the alphabet sounds. Do you remember them? What sound does A make? A. So we have A. What sound does E make? E. What sound does I make? I. What sound does O make? O. And what sound does U make? So we've got A, E, I, O, E. So those are the short vowel sounds. And the long vowel sounds are easy. They are the letter names. Okay, so A, E, I, O, U. So those are the long vowel sounds. You will learn better by doing activity 1. So let us learn to read the words with short and long vowels. Now, in this lesson, we have special focus on 3 vowel sounds. The I, the O, and the U. So look at the table below. You can see that this table has 2 columns. The first column on your left shows I having the short sound, as in I. And on your right hand side, you have I giving out the long sound, that is I. So we have I as in ink. So this letter I makes a short I sound, so I as in ink. And we have the same letter that makes the I sound, as in 5. Do you see that? And we can make these vowel sounds longer by using E. And we famously call it the magic E, because this magic E, the E itself does not make a sound, but it changes the sound of the vowel. So do you see in the spelling of 5, we have F, and it's actually E, V, E, right? But when we read it, we have to read it as F, I've. Do you see? This E is no longer E now, it's I. It's got to change into the long vowel I because of the E at the end. Do you see the magic E? There's an arrow that connects I and E. So it shows that this is no longer a short E. It's the long I. So this is how we sound it out. F, I, V. And the E at the end is silent. Okay, so it doesn't make a sound. So when you read it, it goes F, I've, V. 5. So we have some more example of words. Shall we go through them? Okay, the first one is sh, I, n. So remember the phonic sound, S and H, they do not say s, h. They say sh. S and H together makes sh, sh, I, n. Shin. As in the part of your body, the part of your leg, the front part below your knee and above your ankle, the front part, shin. Okay? Footballers have to wear shin pads so that they don't get kicked and they don't break their shin, right? Okay, so sh, I, n, shin. And that same word, if you add an E at the end, how do you read it? It totally changes the sound. So it becomes sh, I, n, shine, as in the sun is shining, right? Shine. Let's look at the second word that says sp, it, spit, right? As in when you've got a lot of saliva in your mouth and you have to spit it out, right? So spit, sp, it, spit. Now when you add E at the end, what does E become? It becomes I. So sp, it, spite. Spite as in being nasty, right? Not being very nice, spiteful. The next word is id, hid. Id, hid, as in the past tense of hiding. And when you add E, it becomes the present tense. E becomes I and becomes I'd, hide, right? Hide is the present tense. When you're making somebody look for you and you're not showing yourself, you're hiding, right? So hide is the present tense and hid without the E is the past tense. On the next page, we have the letter O, the vowel O that makes the short O sound and the long O sound. Are you ready? Okay, look at the picture. We have a little blue bird on an elephant. So O as in on. So O, on, right? And then on the other side, we have O as in rope. Rope. See how the E at the end changes the sound of the vowel in the middle. Do you see? There's a blue arrow connecting O and E. So what this arrow shows is how the letter O changes its sound from short O to the long O. So we sound it out as rope. Rope. As in this thick rope that you need to tie, right? Sometimes to tie your cows or to tie a bundle of firewood. So let's read the list of words that we have here where we have a short O sound and the long O sound. So the first one is cloth. 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 And then when you add E at the end, the E changes the sound of O into O, and it also changes the sound of the phonic sound TH from th to th. So we're going to say clothe, clothe, right? Cloth is just a material, a piece of material. And when you cut this cloth and you stitch it up and you make it into something that you can wear, it becomes clothes. Right? So you find out there's a difference between cloth and clothes. You can't wear a cloth, right? So cloth has to be stitched up and tailored and made into clothes. The next word is slop. Slop. As in, if you're taking a cup of tea and you're not very careful and you're spilling it here and there, you're slopping the drink, right? So slop. And then when you add E, it becomes slope. Slope. As in like a gradient, right? A hill, a slope. So a surface where you have to climb up, right? Where it's not even. The next word is mop. Mop. You know, the broom-like tool that you use to clean your house, or the action of actually taking a rag, dipping it in water, wringing it out, and then wiping your floors, mopping. Okay, mop, mop. And then when you add E, it becomes mope, mope. As in being very sad and grumpy and not very happy, right? Moping around, okay? And then the next vowel we have is as in up, climbing up the stairs. Up, up. That's the short vowel. And then on the other side, we have U as in cube. 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 Do you see? That blue arrow connects U and E, and U changes its short sound to a long one. It becomes from to U, okay, as in cube. So we have some more examples of words. The first one is cut, k-a-t. So we have the short sound, k-a-t, cut, as in chopping things up, right? And then on the other side, with the inclusion of an E, it becomes cute. Cute, right? As in something that you like, something that's adorable, right? Cute. A cute little baby. Cute. 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 We have plum, as in the fruit, right? Plum. Plum. And if you add E, it becomes something else. Plume. Plume, as in like a feather, right? In the olden days, the Western people, some of the courtiers, some of the people who served in the royal courts, they wore long feathers in their caps, right? Called plumes. The next word is tab, tub, right? Tab. Tub, as in your bathtub, right? Where you have your bath or you wash your clothes in the tub. And then when you add E, it becomes tube. Tube, right? Like in your toothpaste. Where is your toothpaste? It's inside a tube. Or the tube lights. Tube. Tube. So I hope you were able to see the difference between the short vowel sounds and the long vowel sounds and how they change by just adding the magic E at the end, right? Okay, so let's look at activity 2. The instruction reads, sort the following words into short and long vowels. Write in the correct box. The first one is done for you. So do you see there is a long blue box and there are several words in it? And below the blue box, you will notice that there's a table. And the first table, the title of the first table is Short Vowels. And do you see the caterpillar? He's only 3 centimeters. Okay, so he's short. And on the other side, we have his older brother, the caterpillar's older brother, and that caterpillar is 6 centimeters long, right? So that's the long vowel. So on the left-hand side, you have to write all the words that use short vowels, and on the right-hand side, you have to use the words with the long vowels. So, and the first one's already done for you. So let's look at that, number 1. So let's sound the word P, I, N, pin, as in the needle pin. And then in the long vowel, we have P. And because of that E, it's not anymore I, but it becomes I. So P, I, N, pine, as in the pine leaves, right? The pine trees. So the example has already been done for you. So there are more words to choose from the blue box. And if you flip your book, you will see that there is space for you to write words with the short vowels and also the words with the long vowels. After you've done this, you can always check to see whether you got it right by going to the bottom of that same page, and you'll see the answers, right, written upside down. Okay, so you can do that. And then finally, we have the self-check for learning. So read the following sentences. I shall read number 1, and you can read number 2, 3, 4, and 5. So number 1, she made a white cake for him. So if you read that sentence again, it goes, she made a white cake for him. So I'm sure you already know these words. However, the words that have been highlighted, you must read them by sounding it out, because those are the words that have used long vowel sounds and the short vowel sounds. So will you do that? I know you'll do that. Okay, and so that brings us to the end of the lesson. Let's quickly summarize what we have learned. We have learned that there are 5 vowels. And what are those vowels? They are yes. Okay, so let's say them together. A, E, I, O, U. And we also learned that A, E, I, O, U has the short sounds as well as the long sounds. What are the short sounds? Okay, they are A, E, I, O, E. So those are the short vowel sounds. And what are the long vowel sounds? I'll give you a hint. They are the same as the letter names. Okay, so they are, what are the long vowel sounds? They are A, E, I, O, U. And we also learned that by using the magic E, the short vowel sounds changes into long vowel sounds. You got that right? Fantastic work, everybody, for listening and learning. See you next time. Until then, be good and stay safe.
Sherik yenten Sheyin rikbi yenten
Dajin lop tu tulu Meta me binurbu Shirik yenten ino Dajin lop tu tulu Meta me binurbu Shirik yenten